Hey there, this next video is part of the Hive webinar we had a couple of months ago. For the full webinar, I'm going to drop the link in the description below. So what Leo was doing was he would receive an email from his sales team saying, hey, there's a new project, check on the CRM. He would then jump into the CRM, get contact details and project details from the CRM, go into Hive, look for an existing project, and from here, looking to copy the project and then start the process of tweaking it and customizing for the new project. So what we want to do is to save Leo some time and some troubles, and let me show you how we can automate this using Hive Automate. So I have this workflow already set up, so let me show you the result first. Whenever I mark a deal as won, this will create automatically a project in a couple of seconds on Hive. There you go, that was pretty sweet and quick. And by the way, so this created a project and with some action cards already created as well. Let's see how to build this on Hive Automate. First, we need to activate Hive Automate as it's an add-on. To activate this, you go into Apps, you look for Automate, and you turn on this toggle. Then if you want, you may want to pin this so it shows up in the left bar. And when you click it, this is the dashboard or the interface you will see. You may notice that the branding is a little bit different from Hive. That's because Hive Automate is powered by Workato, which is one of the most powerful integration platforms existing today. You will see here recipes. Recipes is their branded name for workflows. And to create a recipe, you click on Create Recipe. So we are going to start with the name of this recipe. You may want to say something like new deal or new project, one, choose location, and then start with one of the starting points. There are so many starting points. Today we're going to talk about the trigger from an app, and we may discuss the other triggers in future webinars. When you click Start Building, this is the interface you will see, and basically this asks you to set up a trigger and then some actions. I'm going to show you the recipe I've built pretty soon, but first I wanted to give you an oversight of the interface, how it looks like, a little bit of the logic behind, and then about the connectors. So as you may notice here, you have some connectors. For example, we have Hubspot. We are going to connect it soon, but then you have others as well, like Pipedrive, Slack, Gmail, Salesforce. We have Outlook as well. So all these connectors allows us to expedite the development of integrations and automations. Keep in mind that if you don't find your app here, you can always connect with us and we can build a specific connector for your app, for you and your company. So let's start building this workflow. Usually when we plan for workflows, we use the when this happens, do that formula. So the when this happens part happens at the trigger level and the do that happens in the action as an action. So the automation we're going to build is whenever a deal is closed as one in HubSpot, we are going to create a project in Hive. So for the trigger, let's look for HubSpot. And then choose the trigger whenever a deal is updated. So we are going to use this trigger, new updated record. A deal is a record in HubSpot. Then we are going to use a connection to our HubSpot account. I already have that logged in. Click on it. Finally, we are going to select the object. As you may see, we have many objects in HubSpot. Let's pick deal. Now, I don't want to trigger off of all of status updates or stages updates in HubSpot. So I'm going to filter this only when the deal is closed won. So I turn this on and the trigger data, I'm going to say, hey, the deal stage needs to be closed won. And that's it. I'm going to save. And then I'm going to go into the action. For the action, we said we are going to create a Hive project. So let's go into here and click on Hive. And the action we are going to do is create a record, as the project is a type of record in Hive. Then I click on the account I already connected. And the object we are going to create, as we said, is a project. For the name, you may be tempted to type in and hardcode the name of the deal you were working on HubSpot, like doing something like this. But actually what you can do is bring the name from the previous steps, like the trigger, here dynamically. So I'm going to click from this pop-up. I'm going to click on the deal name. And as you can see, this is bringing the name automatically from HubSpot dynamically. And this is where the magic of Hive Automate happens, is that you can mix dynamic values and static values and use them even together. So you can do something like new project here, and this will create a project called new projects, calling the deal name coming from HubSpot. For this example, I'm going to keep it clean, and then I'm going to add some other fields here. So I'm going to copy the action cards from another project, and I'm going to select a project I already created for this webinar. And that's it. I save this, and we're going to test this workflow right now. So let's click test recipe, and let's go to HubSpot, mark a new deal as closed won, get back to Hive Automate, click check now, and bam, something happened. Let's click on the trigger to see details of this job. As you can see, it recognized that a new deal was marked as closed won, and this created a project in Hive with the same name. To confirm that, let's go to Hive and double check that. There you go. Here's the project. Now, the very last step is to click save again, exit the testing, and click on the start recipe. From this time, this automation will start working with new deals.